Hey, what's up, y'all? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. Got some NBA props we're going to look at today on PrizePicks. It is April 2nd, and we did cash our slip yesterday. We took Trae Young over his points, and finally Mike Conley comes through thanks to overtime. That was a wild game. If y'all watched that, you had to stay up late to catch the end of it, double overtime. But Mike Conley finally hits. If it wasn't for overtime, I don't think he was hitting. But anyway, so we start off April 2-0. Let's see how long we can keep this streak going. We want to try and end in the green for the month of April. Got two picks we're going to be taking a look at here. The first one is going to be front and center. It's going to be Pascal Siakam. Going to take under his 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This line is really steep to me. He's going to hit this under in his last five straight. Looking further than that, in those last five, he's averaging just 21.8. So he'd have to have 30 to clear. Keep in mind. So his last five is only averaging 21.8, and he hits this under also in 6 of his last 10. Going up against Charlotte tonight, man, it's just their last matchup in December, he finished with only 23 PRA, and Charlotte on paper is giving up some high numbers to power forwards, but this is just a little too inflated for me given what he's been doing, right? Maybe if there was an injury and someone that was out tonight, Miles Turner, I think is questionable, but like Nimhart, if someone was out, sure, maybe, but Indiana has their full healthy lineup starting tonight. So he won't be required to do a whole lot. Plus the spread on this game has Indy picked to win by quite a 14.5. So there's also a possibility that Siakam doesn't get full minutes. So I think it's just a little too steep. It's too much to pack in here. Like I said, he's not going to have more of a role than he has the last 5 games, right? So I'm going to go the under right here on Pascal Siakam tonight. Pick number 2 that we're going to be taking a look at. This one's going to be Fred VanVleet. And his is going to be, there's a couple ways you could go. I think the safest one is just to go his rebounds and assists. This was at 7.5, but the books had the juice on the over. I want to say last time I checked on DK, it was like minus 130. So it got bumped up, maybe minus 125. But so it did get bumped up to 8 flat. That's fine. I feel like we can get at least 9 out of him, but sometimes you got to take a push with the 8. So we're going to go over 8 rebounds and assists here. This season, he is averaging 7 rebound opportunities per game. You can see that right here, 7 rebound chances per game. And then when we take a look at assists, he is averaging 11 potential assists right here. So 11.1. So that right there, that puts us at 18 opportunities to hit this, right? We only need 8 to push, 9 to clear. So that's more than double what we need. He's going to clear this in 7 of his last 10 games. So 70% hit rate on his last 10. And on the season, he hits this in 72% of games. We can see that here. And that's, you got to keep in mind some of these games are really low minutes. So for him to maintain a 70+% hit rate, mixing in those games that he doesn't see the whole game, says a lot about it. And going up against Utah tonight. So we got to talk about Utah. Utah's given up 14 rebounds and assists per game to point guards. And while they did just play last week, right? So we can't just act like that didn't happen. They just played last week on the 27th, and he did not hit this line. He hooked us. He only had 7. So his career hit rate against them, though, needs to be taken into consideration. He does clear in 6 out of 7 head-to-head matchups again through his career. And I'm fine with him falling short on this last one the other day because it helps us deflate this line. Had he have gotten 8 or 9, this line would be all the way up to 8.5 or maybe even 9. But that kind of helps bring this down, sag this line down. Now we can go in and punch in where we need to. So I feel like 8's still a really good spot for him. A lot of value here. Now, to be transparent, this game is also projected to be potential blowout, right, against Utah. Houston minus 17.5. So, sometimes you just got to take what you can get there. You got to take that with a grain of salt and hope for the best here. So that will be the 2 picks that I'm taking today. Going to go Siakam under 29.5 PRA and Fred VanVleet over 8 RA. Let me know what y'all think. Catch y'all on the next one. Good luck. Later.